Hello students, I welcome you all in this session. Dear students, today I will be explaining you about harmful microorganisms. This topic is a part of the chapter Microorganisms Friend and Foe, which we are covering from the last few days. So today we are going to know about how these microorganisms are harmful. In your previous lecture you have learnt about the useful microorganisms. As your chapters itself tells you that microorganisms friend and foe, that means they are friends as well as they are foe. So we had talked about friendly microbes. Now we are going to study about the harmful microorganisms. So students, here it is, the harmful microorganisms. The disease causing microorganisms, they are called pathogens or germs. So microorganisms that causes disease in humans, animals and plants, they are called pathogens or called germs. So these germs may be enter in our body through air, contaminated water, contaminated food, or by any infected person, or by direct or indirect contact, or by the carrier. So these are the different mode of transmission of these kind of diseases. So if a person is infected with like common cold and flu, and you are direct contact with that person, you might be affected by that. But what is indirect contact or by a carrier? Indirect contact, like students, if you when you touch the door knob or handle by someone ill with the flu or cold, it means कि if the you are if the person is infected with cough and cold, very common example, and it is highly infectious disease. So when the person is suffering from this kind of disease, and he might touch your stuffs at your home or whatever it is kept there, and if you touch that, like you touch the door knob, you touch the handle, and when you touch these touch your eyes, mouth and nose before washing your hands, it may you can pick up that germs. What is in practice nowadays? It is in practice that we must have to wash our hands every now and then. Like if you buy something from your market, and uh, you might be that stuff, that the stuff you having, uh, that stuff having microorganisms, but they need some mode of transmission, maybe they by the air, food or water. So if you touch your mouth, your nose, your eyes before washing the hands, that may be the cause to enter the germs. So that is why it is told to just keep yourself clean, keep yourself clean, and always wash your hands every now and then. So, and a carrier, what is carrier? Carrier is the person who carry this kind of germs. Might be they are not affected by the germs, but it could affect you. So that person will not show you any kind of symptoms of that disease, but later on, if you are in contact with him, maybe that causes disease in you, and you show some kind of symptoms. So that is called carrier. That means a healthy person could be the carrier of this kind of germs. So there's two kind of disease. One is communicable disease and one is non-communicable diseases. Communicable disease is infectious disease. It might be spread from air, water, food by infected person. So these are the certain mode of transmission through which this kind of diseases is spread, which is communicable. That is highly contagious. For example, common cold and flu, chicken pox, AIDS. These are communicable disease. One is non-communicable. Non-communicable, like uh, cancer, like diabetes, like jaundice. These are non-communicable diseases, though they are spread from the microorganisms, but they are not communicable diseases. Okay. So students, these diseases not only infect the human beings, it may also affect plants and animals. So, like some example is anthrax, citrus canker, rust of wheat, this is written wrong here. Okay. Anthrax, that is a disease which is caused by bacterium which may affect human as well as cattle. Some viral disease, foot and mouth disease in cattle. They are viral disease. Citrus canker. This is a disease which caused by bacteria and they affect trees of citrus fruit. Citrus means the juicy fruits like orange, and it is spread by air. Rust of wheat. It is the disease of wheat and it's spread through a fungus by air. So this is certain microorganisms which may affect animals and plants too. Here is some other this kind of disease called malaria. So not only virus and bacteria they causes diseases, some pathogens are protozoa. That means this protozoa also affect us and the disease is called malaria. You might have heard this word malaria, and it is transmitted by plasmodium, the protozoa. And it is now, if we are talking about the carrier, this female Anopheles mosquito is the carrier of that disease. Means this female mosquito, they have that germs present in their body, and like when this mosquito bite in the infected person, what happens, that protozoa or the plasmodium may enter into that blood. Whom blood? To the Anopheles. And when this Anopheles mosquito bite a healthy person, so during biting they release their saliva into the person, healthy person, and through that the germs may enter into the blood, and here these plasmodium start replicating itself and they causes malaria. So that is how we can say the carrier. Dengue, it is also a disease caused by virus spread by female Aedes mosquito. That is also a carrier. Okay. If we are talking about carrier, so here it is the carrier. Like this mosquito, they are the carrier of this kind of disease. Let me show the this kind of insects. So students, here these are like female Anopheles mosquito, female Aedes mosquito, even housefly. They also the carrier of disease. How? Where these houseflies feed, they feed on heaps of garbages, and might be that garbages have germs, and during that feeding, they in their parts of legs or their body, that kind of germ sticked, and when this housefly sit on your food, exposed food or open food, then they might be release that germs into the food, and if you consume that food, you must be infected by that diseases. So these are the carriers of the disease. So here are the some diseases which is caused in human beings by microorganisms, which is in human beings, and they are caused by microorganisms. So these are the diseases like TB, which is caused by bacteria and mode of transmission is air. Measles, again the viral disease, mode of transmission is air. Chickenpox, polio, they are all viral diseases and it might be spread through air or by contact. Air se to we can know about how they will infect. Contact, if you are sitting with that person who is having chickenpox, you are directly infected by that virus. Polio through the air or contaminated water. Some other, cholera, bacteria, contaminated food and water. Typhoid, again by bacteria, contaminated water is the mode of transmission. If we consume the contaminated water, the dirty water or the toxic water, then we get affected by this kind of disease. Malaria, just now talked about. Mosquito is the mode of transmission, and this is the protozoa that causes the disease. Hepatitis A, by the virus, again by the consuming of contaminated water. Diarrhea, that is also by the bacteria, again by consuming contaminated food and water. So these are the diseases of human beings which is caused by microorganisms. So as I told you that this microorganism does not only affect human beings, they also affect plants and animals as well. Here is there is a list of certain plant disease caused by microorganisms like citrus canker. it is the disease caused by bacteria, air. So these are the plant. Rust of wheat, they are the disease. Citrus canker, juicy fruits like orange. Rust of wheat, that is the wheat plant. The wheat plants, the leaves, they may damage by the fungi. And this mode of transmission is air or the infected seeds. Yellow mosaic vein of bhindi or okra, they are infected by virus, or the carrier or the mode of transmission is insects. Here, loose smut. This is also a disease of a plant which is caused by fungi, and the mode of transmission is air. Tobacco mosaic virus. Tobacco mosaic, the tobacco plant, about tobacco plant, that means this virus affect the tobacco, and it is the mode of transmission is insects. That means the insects, when they affect the tobacco, they may be the carrier of that virus, and they affect the plant called tobacco. Now there are some diseases in animals. Foot and mouth disease in cattle. It means the animals like cattle, their foot and mouth, they get infected by virus. That means they start bleeding, their mouth they start bleeding, their foot they start bleeding. That is about these diseases, foot and mouth. Anthrax. All grazing animals, during grazing, maybe they are come in contact with this bacteria, and the anthrax disease can caused. Rinderpest, it is also a disease of a cattle, and it is viral disease. Fin rot, it is the disease of fish, that is virus or bacteria, both are the causative agents. So fin rot, what happens, fish may their fins get damaged, their fish and their tails get damaged, that is called fin rot. So these are certain diseases in animals by the microorganisms. Like students, now the time for how do we prevent this kind of diseases, how do we prevent ourselves from spreading this kind of communicable diseases. So there should be some good habits must have to follow. We must have to follow some simple rules or methods so that we can prevent this kind of diseases. So some simple method they are of so that they can reduce or limiting the spread of communicable diseases. Like nowadays, again I am telling you, we are talking about COVID-19. So we are trying to make down the lockdown so that we could reduce the spreading of this kind of communicable disease. That is why it is told you to stay at home, so that we can limiting the spread of this kind of communicable diseases. So what are the simple methods? So to keep the infected person separate from others, to achieve his or her to keep handkerchief on the nose, mouth while sneezing. This is very healthy and good habits. To whenever you cough and sneeze, you must have to cover your mouth with your handkerchief or with your hands, and after that you also wash your hand, then you can touch anything. So this is very good habit. So whenever you have any person who is infected, ask him or ask her to use their handkerchiefs or the hand to cover their mouth, and even you tell them to be make a distance, okay, to keep our surroundings clean. Of course, we must not allow anyone to make a heap of garbage near your surroundings. So must have to make your surroundings clean, so that you may not affected by that. Because if you are not making your surrounding clean, what happens? The garbages, the heap of garbages, they are the place for breeding of mosquitoes and germs. And after that, by the air, by contaminated water and food, they may be affected. So you must have to clean your surroundings. Never let garbage collect in the neighborhood. It means you do not allow anybody, or not given anybody to do not give any permission to anyone that they collect your garbage near your surroundings. Timely vaccination against diseases. As we know that some diseases do not have any cure, so we could take a preventive measure. So vaccinations are not a cure, it is a preventive measure, so that we can reduce the spread of this kind of communicable diseases. So timely we must have to take vaccination, and what is the age, according to that age and dose, we must have to get take vaccination on time. And also To not to prevent mosquito from breeding, we should not allow water to collect. It's very important. After raining, what happens? Maybe might be this water is collected near you. Maybe in your bucket, maybe in your cooler. So many places it may be collected. So collected water or stagnant water is the place for mosquito breeding. So do not allow water to collect anywhere in your surroundings, so that you can protect yourselves from any kind of diseases or communicable diseases. Means we can limit the spread of diseases. Okay. So students, you can see here, this is citrus canker disease. As you can see here, this is citrus canker, this is rust of wheat, and this is the yellow mosaic vein of ladyfinger or okra. So these are the diseases. That means several microorganisms, as just we have talked about, they are maybe rice, wheat, potato, sugar cane, apple, orange, they may be affect. So these diseases reduce crop yield. What happens if these kind of diseases taken place, they may affect the yield, crop production. So they reduce the crop production. So we must have to take care of all these things. So they can be controlled by using chemicals which kills the microbes. Okay. Here it is the foot and mouth disease in cattle. You can see here, this is the foot and mouth disease. Here I am showing you the foot. So this kind of things appears on the cattle to their mouth and to the their legs or their foot. So that is about harmful microorganisms. Students, I much maybe you must be clear what I told you. So go through this lecture. Thank you very much.